and welcome to CarWale, and today we are embarking on a new journey, a journey to put AJAI on firm footing. AJAI is Automotive Journalists Association of India, a coming together of automotive journalists who will help mentor the upcoming breed of journalists as well as support the veterans of the industry. And we are doing that, and that journey actually is the Bharat Drive, and we are doing it in the Mahindra Scorpio. The idea is to celebrate what is the world's biggest democratic process, which is our elections, as well as to celebrate the various infrastructure growth and that we've seen over the years, which has helped, of course, for us to enjoy cars like this on the road and to help motoring in terms of safety and development. So come join us and see what the journey has in store.
Like we said, the idea here is to celebrate India's infrastructure growth. And since we are car people, we decided to focus on infra that has helped cars as well as the car culture in general. So we would cover expressways, road bridges, tunnels, testing centers and highways across India that have helped driving in various forms. Tunnels that have cut out tediousness from journeys. Expressways which have allowed us to stretch the legs of our modern cars. And of course, test centers that have helped develop new cars and their modern systems for us to indulge in nicer driving dynamics. Now to cover it all, the team of 12 media partners including AutoX, Auto Today, Car India, Evo India, Motoring World, Overdrive, Power Drift, The Print, Turbocharged, TOI Auto, Zigbees and of course CarWale are split into 3 groups. Group 1 will cover the north of India, Group 2 will head towards the east and Group 3 will head towards Kanyakumari covering southern part of our subcontinent. We as CarWale are slated in the second group.
So we are part of Group 2, which means this group will drive from Mumbai to Bomdila. As CarWale, we're doing the second leg. The first leg was done by our friends at Overdrive, which brought them from Mumbai to Nagpur through the lovely Samruddhi Expressway. Now, I've driven on that expressway before, and it is a piece of infrastructure that makes you really proud, and I think what they've managed to achieve and how it's cut down on the travel time is phenomenal. I remember this is probably way back in 2006 and 2007 when we had attempted and we had managed to do a coast to coast. Again, at that time I was at Overdrive, and we had driven from Mumbai to Calcutta. And this was the route that we had taken, and of course there was no Samruddhi Expressway at that time, and most of the roads weren't even 4-lane. And so you had these 2-lane roads and the travel speeds were so low. The accidents that we saw en route were so many. And now when you get on the Samruddhi Expressway and you say how it has cut down on your travel time, how safe it's become, and it's helped, and we're getting better and better cars which you can actually use. So that's a great thing. Our plan, of course, is to head to another spot which has helped or which will help develop these cars going forward so that they can take on more of these expressways, take on and do speeds of 120 and still feel calm and comfortable. So we're headed to NATRAX.
Roads are only part of the reason for this. The other important part of this equation are the vehicles themselves. Take the Scorpio-N we are driving, for instance. It too has evolved sharply from its first iteration, be it its dynamic ability from cornering to straight line stability, not to mention braking, steering response and overall body control. It has all improved so dramatically that one can't even begin comparing the two. Not surprisingly, road trips today are not just easier, but safer and more comfortable than before. But to be able to develop such a vehicle like the Scorpio and then to hone it and validate its abilities, one also needs state-of-the-art proving grounds. And we just happen to be near one such brilliant testing facility, NATRAX, near Indore.
So here we are at NATRAX, India's premier and state-of-the-art testing, calibration and validation center. Now, this is not my first time here. I have come here in the past, and even as CarWale, we came to NATRAX before it was officially opened, and we were allowed to go or have a go at their various tracks. And apart from being super entertaining, it was also quite enlightening. See, the thing is that when you develop a car, something like the Scorpio, of course you test it out on the road as an OEM. But to really be able to repeat the results so that you can hone it better, you need a track where you can do that, where you're able to repeat results. And NATRAX gives you that. Now, for example, you have the high-speed, their showstopper, which is the high-speed track, and you want to calibrate the ESP of the Scorpio, for instance. So you want to be able to do the elk test or the moose test at a particular speed, with the same kind of steering input for the same surface, and to see whether, at the end of it, the ESP puts the car straight or does it throw it sideways, and so you can tweak it that way. You cannot do that on the roads or, on the common roads out there. So it's these small kind of things that make a difference, and having a test track like this really changes the game for what we can experience as consumers when it comes to cars going forward.
High-speed track. It is claimed a car can be tested at a mind-boggling speed of 375 km per hour here. Neutral speeds remain to be 250 km on this oval-shaped track, which is 16 meter wide with 5 lanes and an additional service lane. Besides HST, NATRAX also has a 3.6 km long dry handling circuit. There's a multi-friction braking pad, and NATRAX has a dynamic platform which uses a 300-meter steering pad as well. These apart, NATRAX also offers torture tracks. There's a gradient track, an off-road track, and one to test noise and comfort levels of a car as well. And these are just tracks. NATRAX also has a set of test laboratories on its premises.
So now with the NATRAX done, the Group 2 Scorpios will head towards the Purvanchal Expressway near Lucknow, and then on to the Sela Tunnel in the northeast of India. And we'll have those details on how that drive goes in the course of this film later half, so do stick around till the end of it.
After we got off the Group 2 Scorpio train, it headed towards the Purvanchal Expressway. The expressway is over 300 km long and connects Lucknow to Ghazipur. It is well-marked, well-surfaced and 6-lane. But its talking point is the built-in 3.2 km airstrip. It has been included as part of the expressway to facilitate emergency landings of fighter planes. Post Purvanchal, the Scorpios headed towards the Sela Tunnel. Sela Tunnel is important because it ensures year-long connectivity between Assam and Arunachal Pradesh, more specifically between the cities of Guwahati and Tawang. Having driven on and through Mumbai-Nagpur Expressway, NATRAX, Purvanchal Expressway and the Sela Tunnel, Group 2 journey comes to an end. So does the journeys of Group 1 and 3. It's been a revelation how far our country has progressed when it comes to infrastructure and how it has helped more of us to get into our cars and explore our country even more. But as our journeys with the Scorpio-N ends, the journey to build, establish and grow AJAI, or Automotive Journalists Association of India, is just beginning.